I'm Nick Espinosa.
Okay, and what's your role with Occupy Minnesota?
I'm one of the organizers, one of many.
Okay. What do you think about what's happening?
It's exciting, you know, there's people standing up all over the world, all over the country. Everyone knows there's something wrong here. And if people, you know, I'm surprised when people say they don't know what our demands are or why we're here. There's so many reasons why people are here. Things are so crazy right now. Well, I think that this is a starting point. It's not the end. We've been here for 2 weeks. I think give it some time, and we're going to continue to form more specific demands. But one concrete demand that is very, very specific is a demand for a moratorium on foreclosures immediately here in Minnesota. That was our demand when we set up tents last Saturday. Or was that was Thursday, sorry, when we set up tents Thursday in front of U.S. Bank. And we're going to continue to do actions until we get that moratorium on foreclosures.
Why did you put the tents in the middle of the street?
We think this is a crisis and we need to start taking things seriously, and there are folks here.
That's asking for arrest. Was that intentional?
What we intended on doing was drawing attention to the fact that the CEO just doubled his pay while he's taking people's homes away. And to draw attention to the fact that this is a crisis. We can't sit around and wait anymore. We've been protesting, we've been marching for years, and our voices haven't been heard. So you can expect people to find new and creative ways to get their message across.
What's the origin of the General Assembly?
The General Assembly has been used, I think it came from Spain when they've done big occupations in plazas in Madrid and other cities in Spain. And that was sort of, I believe, the inspiration for what happened in New York and then all across the U.S.
How recent was the one in Spain?
That was just this year. I mean, there have been assemblies and consensus decision-making processes, but this formal use of the General Assembly in the context of an occupation seems to have originated in Spain. I got involved for a lot of reasons. One of them being that I grew up here in Minneapolis with a single mom struggling to keep food on the table and keep us fed. Seeing her struggle and continue to struggle to make payments on our house as we're getting foreclosure notices, as we're, you know, having credit cards taking exorbitant fees out of her paychecks, out of her bank accounts.
Has your home been foreclosed?
We've been on the verge of it for years. We're just one payment away. I was a social worker. I studied social work. I worked with unemployed people for 2 years until I was laid off because of budget cuts and became an unemployed person.
What's going to happen when the snow flies?
That's a good question. We're discussing that internally now. One idea that's been really exciting is the idea of actually going to homes that are currently being foreclosed and defending those homes, standing in solidarity with the owners and saying we're not going to let you take families out of our communities anymore. We've been in touch with a handful of families who sound open to the idea of having occupiers come and defend the home. Yeah, we've been doing our best to have our own security here to keep things under control, and also collaborating with the local security here and the Minneapolis police as well as the sheriff's department. There are about 100 people, give or take, who've been spending the night here every night, and the General Assemblies are usually around that number as well.